There we go. Namaste, guys. ChristianRLong, Life Enhancement Consulting, giving you a big and beautiful shout out on this Tuesday evening here in Denver, Colorado. It is about 7:30 p.m. Mountain Time. Busting out a little mate in the evening. Angela, Namaste. Good to have you back on, as always. It's about, Nina, Namaste. It's about 16 degrees, roughly. It's continuing to drop here in Denver, but it's about 16 degrees outside. It's been super cold. Yana, Namaste. Good to have you back on. And I was like, okay, well, what are we going to talk about? Shelly, Namaste. What are we going to talk about tonight? What's a good topic? It's been a long day. Got up super early, been busy with clients, my practice. It's been a full day. I like full days, though. It's an opportunity to use energies, right? And so I thought, what would be a good topic that we could discuss today? And I think I have my son messaging me off of Twitch. Twitch is a live streaming app, and he's working on gaming and live streaming and earning money through gaming. So dad is supporting him financially and emotionally. Yay, encouragement. So the messages are coming in as I'm talking to you guys here on Facebook. So, simple question. Now, it's interesting. Watch. Becca, Namaste. Good to have you on. You've become a regular. I'm going to prove something to you right now. Whatever you answer, I'm going to prove to you most likely that's not what you believe. So if I ask you the question, what is more important, inner beauty or outer beauty? Inner beauty or outer beauty? And this was a topic that was brought up by Grandmaster Choa Koksui, the gentleman behind me on the wall, my spiritual teacher and the modern founder of pranic healing and arhatic yoga. And whenever we attend yearly arhatic yoga retreats that are led by senior practitioners and pranic healing masters, we watch videos of Grandmaster Choa Koksui. He's no longer in the physical body. He left the physical body. Dean, Namaste. He left the physical body in March of 2007. But there's lots and lots and lots of videos of Grandmaster Choa Koksui teaching certain spiritual topics, doing miraculous healings, and leading meditations. Extremely powerful. It's a blessing and an honor just to watch a video of Grandmaster Choa because they're pretty hard to find outside of an arhatic yoga retreat. Not near impossible, but pretty close. They keep a tight lock on them, which I like. Amela, Atma Namaste, good to have you back on. So Master Choa was sharing a story of this of this ugly guy, and he kept saying the word ugly to emphasize the looks or the appearance of this particular man, and he wasn't saying it to put down this person. If I'm correct, that this person was actually a pranic healer and arhatic yogi as well. He was trained by Grandmaster Choa Koksui. And this man, even though he was very, very ugly, and he kept saying it over and over again, he said, even though this man was very, very ugly, women of all kinds would fall in love with him, and some of them wanted to leave their husbands and have a baby with this very ugly man. Now, what's going on, right? Outer beauty, inner beauty. So there was a quality of energy from within this person that was radiating from within outward that women were falling in love with this particular quality. Now, one aspect is his ability to listen. Even though he's very, very ugly, it was his ability to listen, and it was the activation of his heart which was drawing the women into his world, right? Which is the world of healing, the world of spirituality, etc. Now, I don't remember if this particular person acted on any of these love interests that these women had with this particular man. I don't know if he made the wives leave their husbands or any of that stuff. That's beyond the scope of my understanding of the story. But how many of us have interacted with somebody in our lives that while their outer appearance may not be the sexiest, the hottest, the most attractive, there's an inner quality about that person that is mesmerizing attracting and drawing you to them. Can anyone relate? Can anyone understand what I'm talking about today? We all on the same page? And it's interesting because within the past year, through my healing and meditation practice and all the retreats that I've went on over the 2019 year, 39 days of retreats, there's been a lot of purification, there's been a lot of healing, and there's been a lot of change in my perception on what I used to think was attractive and beautiful and what I currently think is attractive and beautiful. So what do I mean by that? So when I go on Instagram, which I'm sure if you're not on Facebook right now, you're on Instagram, not watching this, right? And when you're done watching this live stream on Facebook, you'll be heading over to Instagram. They're kind of intimately connected with one another. And so the four things that I look at when I go onto Instagram that are constantly in my feed are puppies laying on their back, asleep. I don't know why I love that so much. I think it's the funniest thing ever. Like when the puppies are super teeny tiny and they like stumble over to the feeding bowl, they stuff their fat mouths, and then they're in this food coma, they fall over on their sides, and then they end up on their backs, and their tiny paws are fluffing around in the air. Love that. That's like one of my jams. Number two are bunnies. So bunnies doing pretty much anything, but I like bunnies when they're all jacked up, when they're just running around, getting into things. Nobody can catch them or pet them or play with them because they're just out of their mind. So that's the second thing that I see in my Instagram feed. And then the third thing would be babies of all kind. My favorite kind of babies are actually toddlers. I like them when they're about 1.5 to 2 years old because I remember that time period with my son, and it is hysterical. They're super, super funny, clumsy, but they can still walk. They can grab things. They kind of can talk. Their most common word is no. So I think those videos on Instagram are hysterical. I prefer the videos of the toddlers versus just a picture. I like to see them like making it happen. And then fourth and final thing that seems to be coming up in my feed on Instagram all the time are beautiful fitness women. Fitness women, yoga women, interchangeable in this respect. And it's very, very interesting because as long as I can remember, I've been attracted to women in the fitness world. When I was 17 years old, I became the youngest personal trainer in my YMCA's 85-year history in Worcester, Massachusetts. So I was interested in fitness at a very young age, and I was interested in women that were fit at a very young age. I think actually my first exposure of like fit women that I was mesmerized by was actually the Summer Olympics. I remember even as a teeny tiny kid watching the Summer Olympics and watching the gymnasts do the floor exercises, the balance beam. What else? They don't do the pommel horse, but mostly the floor exercises. And I thought it was like the most amazing thing. It was like mesmerizing. I was like drawn into it. So I've been interested in fitness women for as long as I can remember. And as I was going on to Instagram, looking at some of these different feeds and the fitness women, I would click on a video and I go, oh, she's cute, she's attractive, she's whatever. And then as I would tune into her energy, and typically it started when she was speaking, but I was trying to tune into her energy before she even opened her mouth to communicate some message, some supplement she's promoting, some energy drink that she's promoting, some fitness program that she's promoting that she designed or somebody else designed, some kind of like interaction with the person filming her. And then all of a sudden I would get this intense repulsion to this individual. And I didn't know why, because visually, very beautiful, right? Outer beauty. And I was like, interesting. And this, I was noticing a trend that this was happening over and over and over again, that I could tune into somebody's energy and feel how much light, how much love they're radiating from themselves, right? I could feel certain qualities of negative pride, narcissism, excessive self-interest or selfishness, all of these qualities that I never paid attention to before, never noticed before, because I was what? Focused on the physical. It was super, super weird to me. And this has been getting progressively more accurate and more in my face over the past year. Fascinating. Jenny, namaste. Fascinating. So as I was getting more sensitive to the energies, to the inner and outer beauty of another person, I would start scanning or feeling certain qualities and go, that person, though beautiful, their heart isn't very developed and their solar plexus is very big. Or that person, while beautiful physically, their crown chakra not so developed. That other person who has ordinary looks, not super attractive, right? I noticed that there was a beautiful quality that was drawing me into their energy. So I would scan or feel the energy. I would be still, be aware, be sensitive, and see what I noticed. And I was having my mind blown through these experiences. So most of my life and most of my dating life, my attention had solely been on like 90-95% on the person's physical characteristics. What do they look like would determine whether I started a relationship with them or not, or pursued them or not. As I've continued to, I would hope, grow up, evolve, become a better person, I'm not only sensing their outer beauty, but the importance of the outer beauty is starting to shift to a more balanced approach of good outer beauty, but the inner beauty, the virtue, the light of the person is becoming more and more important now than ever before. And it's a little bit of a mind blow in that respect, because if you grow up and live your life operating from a certain belief system, operating from a certain paradigm, it's challenging to destroy that paradigm and build something entirely different and entirely new. That's why it's very difficult for people to change. Right? It's very, very difficult for people to change because you start off with a viewpoint, right? A thought. You feed that thought with lots and lots of energy over a prolonged period of time, and then that thought form takes on a life of its own, and it begins to guide and direct your thoughts, your speech, and your behavior, your actions, right? So to all of a sudden say to somebody, hey, have you ever thought about your paradigm in this part of your life as being inaccurate? People are like, A, they don't even think about it being accurate because that's all that they know. And B, by you saying maybe that's inaccurate, what would that then apply to that person? They would have to destroy that old thought form to make way for a new one, or they would have to let go of the old thought form to make way for a new one. That's why it's so difficult for people to change. So as I said in the beginning of this video, if I asked you the question, what is more important, inner beauty or outer beauty? Inner beauty is you developing and cultivating virtue in your life. Outer beauty is going to the gym, working out, putting on the makeup, doing your hair, being clean shaven, which I'm not today. Please don't judge me for my outer beauty. It's taking care of your physical outward appearance. Now, if I ask you the question, what is more important in your life? Most people will say, right? They'll say, inner beauty is more important. Stephen, namaste. Inner beauty is more important, right? But if you look at how people behave, what do you notice more often? People spend more time on their outer beauty, on their outer appearance, right? Than they do, that was interesting, than they do on their inner beauty. And as Stephen says, outer beauty fades, which it does. So to give you an example, I saw somebody on Instagram doing a video or something, beautiful, outwardly gorgeous, the prime of her life, right? And the second, literally, I heard her talking, every one of my cues for attraction almost disappeared like that. The things I would have been attracted to in the past that drew me to this person's stream originally, gone. As soon as a syllable came out of her mouth. Because from my experience, it showed more of her true colors than her physical appearance. Isn't that amazing? Now, this isn't a judgment on her. Look, we're all in the process of growing, evolving, and becoming better people. Nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes constantly, right? And I'm dropping the ball in the inner world and the outer world, but every single day I do a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more to become a better person. Because my goal is to radiate my inner beauty outward. I do my best to also take care of my outer beauty, right? I try to keep my hair, somewhat clean. Clean and well kept. My glasses are nice and clean and well kept. I usually have a clean shaven beard. I usually wear nice clothes, right? Because I want to have a good outer appearance and outer beauty. But for anyone that knows me, my focus is more on the inner than the outer, right? Just like that guy that Grandmaster Cho Koksui was referring to, who is very, very ugly, but women wanted to leave their husbands to have a baby with this man because of his beautiful, loving, caring, nurturing, and nourishing energies. So my nugget, Steven says, thanks in advance for Kree Shakti's seller of the car I owned $800 in back registration, unknown. He's broke. I'm similar. Can't see any of my doctors till I can drive and park. I'm keeping both inner beauty of being nice to everybody, no matter life circumstances, even the seller of the car. That was an interesting tie-in of inner and outer beauty with buying a car. Way to make it happen, Steven. So, inner beauty only gets better with practice. So as you continue to develop the virtues within yourself, as you can continue to develop a connection to your higher soul, your beauty will continue to expand, radiate, and nourish so many people in your life. The physical body can only stay so beautiful for so long. Inner beauty is more important, right? So my encouragement to each and every one of you, whether you're a man or a woman, is yes, take care of your physical body, love your physical body, give it the right amount of sleep, the right amount of exercise, the right amount of hydration, the right amount of supplementation, the right amount of skincare products to keep your body as youthful physically as possible, while at the same time nurturing and nourishing the virtue within yourself to embody light, love, and power. Because if you spend most of your life, let's say the early part of your 20s and 30s, only taking care of your physical body, right? But you don't develop any virtue and you're full of anger, rage, bitterness. Pat, namaste. It's been a long time. Good to have you back on. If you're filled with all these negative thoughts and negative emotions, guess what? You are going to be rotting from the inside out. So that radiance, that inner beauty, that light that we're talking about will not be cultivated in your 50s and 60s because you dedicated no time to it in your 20s and 30s. Does that make sense? So yes, outer beauty is very important. Inner beauty is more important. Inner beauty is more important. And it took me a long time to not to intellectually understand it, but to experientially get it. I'm not 100% there. I still am attracted to women that are physically attractive, that are physically beautiful. But I'm able to discern much better now than I was 6 months, 12 months ago, because I can go, She's very pretty, but she has abrasive speech. I can feel a lot of congestion emanating off of her system. I can see things that aren't very pleasant to look at. Versus the person who may not be the model, the fitness model, or the pageant queen, but the person's a good person, a wholesome person, a person who has a strong connection to their higher self, a person who has good character. They radiate inner beauty, which is very beautiful. So that's my little plug, if you guys will, around inner beauty and outer beauty. Stephen says, dun, 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 if we radiate. Now, Stephen, when you say if we radiate, are you talking about radiating energy, or are you talking about a car radiator? Because I know how you're working today. You're combining inner beauty with car sales. So if we radiate inner and outer beauty, even to those who harm us, we're changing karma, building character, building inner strength, and building the pattern of being kind even when others are brutal. It is up to us to control our energy, our frame of mind, and our behavior. Energy. Oh, okay, good. Whew. I just wanted to clarify that we're talking about energy. We're not talking about car radiators. It's funny because I know of a couple people that say, how do they say? It's something like radiate. They interchange the words. Man, I forgot what it was. Maybe I was not supposed to say because I'm making fun of these people. I don't know. So, do you guys have any other questions, comments, concerns, clarifications about inner beauty versus outer beauty, the importance of inner beauty, also the importance of outer beauty? But everybody on this stream says the most important thing is inner beauty. But how much time do we spend on outer beauty versus inner beauty? We spend a lot of time demonstrating our outer beauty, our outer appearance. How much time do we spend on cultivating character and inner beauty and radiance? With the brain injuries, sure could be clearer in communications, especially the 4 areas of brain bleeding I had. Well, it's a lot going on, Stephen. I think we're at a year at this. Right? About a year? No, a little over a year. So, if you are looking for healing, please let me know. You can go to ChristianRLong.com. It's my website. You can sign up for a distant pranic healing session. We see each other on Skype, Zoom, or FaceTime. And you basically say for 30 minutes, Christian, this is what I'm struggling with. This is what I'm having a problem with. My relationships, my physical health, my career, my wealth, my spiritual growth and development. What do? We get coaching, we get clarity, we get understanding, and then we do healing connected to that thing, and you can have a huge shift. Even in a free 30-minute consultation, you can have a huge shift. But I obviously recommend healing. 2014 was hit by tree and 3 months in hospital. I'm about 20% recovered. 20%? Well, you're still busting out the teachings, so that would be an indicator of your assimilation of that knowledge or wisdom. Good job. So if you need healing, go to that website. There was something else I was going to say. Oh, for all of you lovebirds out there, if you've not seen the Valentine's Day healing special, that's below this video on Facebook and will be above this video on Facebook as well. And that's basically if you're looking to strengthen a relationship, right, with you and your partner, we have 3 healings specifically designed to strengthen the relationship. But if you just got out of a relationship and you want to separate yourself from that relationship and heal and mend yourself to prepare for the right relationship, Cody, Atman Namaste. Then we also have that program of 3 healings, but in a different capacity. So one is 3 healings to strengthen a relationship, or 3 healings to separate yourself from a relationship and move on and attract the right partner. So that is a Valentine's Day healing special that is below this video and will be above this video. And that's $500. So you're basically saving about 25% on the 3 healing sessions. And they're all done distantly. And you'll have a little bit of homework, which either option you choose. Because the goal is to experience love Deep love. Stephen says, reasons most don't recover is they give up on the fight. Most of my healing was after the 5th year. Persistence is key. Indeed. I thought the key was in the heart. Persistence is in the solar plexus. Well, that's emotional will, mental will, spiritual will. Depends on which will we're referring to. So that being said, guys, let me know how I can assist you in your healing transformation process. 16 years of experience as a professional healer, and I look forward to serving you in the very, very near future. This is Christian Long, Life Enhancement Consultant, wishing you a beautiful day, a beautiful week, and a beautiful life. Atma, namaste. Bye-bye.